Breaking news tonight, the city of Chicago now being investigated for its sanctuary city status, with Mayor Brandon Johnson receiving a letter from Washington, D.C.
And WGN's Brona Tumulty joins us now with the details tonight. Brona?
Good evening, guys. Yeah, we just got wind of this letter inside of the last hour. It is from Congress, and it states in summary that Chicago and cities like it, notably Denver, Boston and New York, all of which are sanctuary cities, are now under investigation by the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Now, that letter refers to sanctuary jurisdictions as having misguided and obstructionist policies which hinder the abilities of federal law enforcement officers. Because of that, the committee wants a plethora of documents and information relating to our sanctuary city policies, including things like all communications among or between any city official, employee or contractor. Mayor Brandon Johnson in the letter is also invited to testify in Washington on February 11th. We've reached out to the mayor to see what he has to say and whether he will attend that meeting. Now, this all follows immigration raids that have happened across Chicago and the country over the last few days. Earlier this afternoon, our sister station in Washington, D.C. caught up with Border Czar Tom Homan, who was here in Chicago yesterday, and he was asked what he had to say about how things are being handled.
We've been very successful in one weekend. Numbers are extraordinary. Borders more secure than it's been in a very long time. We're going to force immigration law. We're going to make this country safe again.
Now, ICE has reported making 956 arrests around the country yesterday, but they've not provided numbers specific to Chicago. The White House tweeting a different number today, saying 613 of those arrests are, quote, criminal illegal alien arrests. It's not clear if that means 613 of the people arrested had criminal records or if they'd entered the country illegally, or both. Speaking today, Homan stated, as he has on numerous other occasions, that the primary targets of these operations are criminals, but he has previously added there will be what he calls collateral arrests, meaning anyone who is undocumented. Now, the flurry of activity and sightings of federal agents in Chicago has certainly sparked fear for many and left some wondering about their own rights should anyone come to the door or pull them over in their vehicle. We chatted today with Mary Meg McCarthy, who is the executive director of the National Immigrant Justice Centre located here in the Loop. Everyone, she says, is protected by the Fourth Amendment in America, regardless of status. Nobody can come into your house without a signed judicial warrant, and you should check that it is signed by a judge.
If an officer comes to their door, they do not need to answer that door or open that door unless they have a judicial warrant. But they have to see that judicial warrant and make sure it is signed by a judge. They should have the officer slip that piece of paper under the door or show it to them in the window. And if that is not signed by a judge, then they do not have to let those individuals in.
Now, the Justice Centre adding that if you're undocumented and you're pulled over in your car, you do have the right to remain silent. If there is no possibility that you're going to be arrested, you can ask to leave the situation. If there is a possibility you're going to be arrested, you can ask for an attorney. We'll have more information relating to that on our website. Important to note, Chicago police have no hand in these federal operations because of the city's welcoming city ordinance. That is the sanctuary city policies that are now under investigation. Again, we have reached out to the mayor for comment on that letter, and we're waiting to hear back. We're live in the Loop tonight. Brona Tumulty, WGN News.
All right, thanks, Brona.